Welcome back, you guys. This is Mystic Oracle. I'm here to bring you another Oracle energy reading. Please take these readings as it resonates. Don't force it to fit. Thank you for all the love and support you have shown me in this growing channel. And yeah, we're gonna tap in and see what's going on. I had to take a step back from tarot. Not a big step back, but usually on the days when I don't read or whatever, I still kind of watch them, still try to be in the community just to see what's going on when it comes to the reading from different perspectives. But now I have switched gears to where if I'm not reading, I don't look at anything tarot related at all, because it's just a lot that's going on, and making sure your mental health is up to part is the biggest thing of it all. It's the reason why we are able to get on here and help other people, through their obstacles. But the healer still needs to heal themselves. And unfortunately, we don't have anyone really that we can go to when it comes to our healing. So usually I don't work on weekends for nobody. So on weekends, that's when I completely shut down. I'm even getting to the point where I don't even want to be on the phone no more. It's getting that bad, because the darkness is definitely overweighing the light right now. It's like we're constantly fighting. We constantly in warrior mode. We're constantly in survival mode, even though we know intuitively like that everything is going to be all right. It's just what we have to deal with at this moment. Okay, so always take time for yourself. Money is not everything. Pleasing the people is not everything. Likes, views, all that good stuff is not everything. Take care of yourself. It makes a big difference. Okay, let's tap into this reading and see what's going on. What's the overall energy, spirit? Solar eclipse. Yeah, it's time to cut some things out that just does not align with you at all. Like at this point, who cares, right? Who cares? Expect the unexpected at this point. It's an intervention. It's a nationwide intervention. Powerful changes that affects the heart space. Yeah. What you want, what wants you, and being able to get that energy that's reciprocating, because this stuff will drain you. It really will. Lady Spider will. Okay, give me one more. Yeah, we got to shape our own reality, and that comes with rejecting what we don't want. That's how we're going to build true friendship. That's how we're going to build true bonds. That's how you take authority over your own life. Give me two more. Ghosted. Yeah, even if it means cutting somebody off that was real close to you at one point. They don't bring you no value. And I just made a post on one of my platforms that said, yo, this ain't bringing me no value. Catch me over here if you want to find me. I'm out. It ain't doing nothing for me. I don't even care about the algorithm or nothing no more. I am out. Drinking to forget in reverse. Yeah, because some people can't move on. Some people can't move on because you have done what was best for you, which one of those things was cutting somebody off. And now this person is feeling rejected because they got eclipsed out of your energy. Yeah, you want something real. In this day and time, as far as this cosmic shift, we want authenticity. We want real. We want reciprocal energy. And if y'all can't do that, no shade. It's time for you to go. Bottom of the deck. Negative emotions in reverse. Yes, because y'all are trying to maintain y'all positive energy, and y'all are trying to stay on top. Y'all are not a generator for other people. You are not a power source for other people. Okay? Spirit, what's the opening messages? They got to find their own light. They got to come out the darkness on their own. They can't keep generating off of you. What's the opening messages? We got the Nine of Cups. Yeah, your happiness matters. Your happiness matters. And you may not have everything that you want at this point, but you only missing a couple of things, And you don't need nobody that's gonna have you starting back from square one. Because as far as right now, most of y'all are established. Yep, Wheel of Fortune. Most of y'all are established. Most of y'all are headed in the right direction. And that came after ghosting somebody and eclipsing them out of your energy. I'm not going to take these. Six of Swords in reverse. Now they want to come back. They want to come back after you have moved on into another realm. After you have jumped through a portal of your highest timeline, now they want to come back, or they want to try to get you to come back. You too far gone. You are too far gone. Page of Wands. On to the next best thing. They got to move around. And it's no at this point, it really is no shade. It really is no shade. Give me one more. Justice in reverse. Yes, because the people that you wanted to build with, wanted to create that foundation with, didn't see your vision, didn't see how passionate you was about, you know, building strong bonds and positive relationship. They didn't appreciate your light. And that was the injustice for you. So you had to move on to find peace. Five of Wands in reverse. You want to find peace. You found the best alternative solution to balance this injustice out, and that led to you ghosting somebody and eclipsing them out of your energy. All right, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're not obligated to nobody, and I know society has set it up that way. You are an individual first. You got your own brain, your own energy, your own everything, and anybody that comes into that, family, friend, whatever, it's supposed to be a addition, not a subtraction. What's the messages? It's faded. Yeah. You definitely on the right track. Y'all are on the right track. And they are stuck in a mental prison because they chose not to take action when it came to their destiny. Yeah. They chose not to persevere, but you did though. Everything, they chose to stay stuck while you chose to overcome your obstacles because you did not want to be in the mental prison. See, you going back to something that no longer serves you, you would have been in that same mental prison too. You choose your fate. You have to choose your fate by the choices that you make. What else? And because you decided to overcome the obstacles and not let your mental stop you from pursuing the goal or jumping through that portal to where you could find peace, you avoided the accident. And now you don't need no apology. You don't need no apology because they know now. They know they should have followed you or took advice for you or whatever the case may be to keep you a part of their life. They realize now that it's an injustice, but now it's too late for them to take that action to come apologize to you. Because they was the one that was trying to stop you from pursuing something. They was the one that wanted you to go backwards, Six of Swords with the perseverance, going to the left. That's the person that wanted you to be in the mental prison. That is somebody, whoever you eclipsed it out of your energy was the person that wanted to determine your fate. They wanted your fate to be in their hands. That's what they wanted. Yeah, they wanted you a third wheel in their scheme, in their games. They didn't want you to learn this lesson. They wanted you to be stressed out, but you're not. You're not stressed out about it, and you're not causing no disturbance because you was able to focus your energy and focus your mental and overcome these obstacles to a place where now you have peace. Stress. Now they stressed out. They stressed out because they can't make you feel isolated or lonely. Anything else, Spirit? Mask. Yeah, you saw that this person wasn't authentic, or you knew you was around a group of people that wasn't authentic. Conflict in reverse, and you chose peace. All right? You chose peace. Okay, Spirit. You chose peace. And peace is addictive. Y'all think addictions is addictive? Like the bad addiction? No, when you have peace, man, certain people can't even call your phone. It's hard to get in touch with you. You got people thinking you doing everything up under the sun and you just in your own energy peaceful. Peaceful is very addictive. All right, Spirit. Let's jump into this tarot right quick. What's going on? Yeah, you put the past behind you. And now they stuck in that same mental prison because they chose. They chose to be stuck. They chose to stay stuck. They chose to go backwards. And that's where their new beginning is. But you being celebrated for making the right choices. You being celebrated for making the right choices. Why? So this is just like a back and forth energy. What you did, they didn't do. They couldn't see what was being hidden. They couldn't see behind the veil to avoid an accident. And you did. Yeah, you knew the truth. Queen of Swords. You knew the truth. And that 9 of Cups came out again. That's why you at peace right now in your Queen of Wands energy. Because you could see behind the veil. You could see the truth. You trusted your intuition. Where they didn't. They thought they was being sneaky. They thought they was going to play God in your life and choose your fate for you. But you could see. Because you trust your intuition. And you seen the accident coming and you avoided it. What else, Spirit? Give me a couple more. Yeah, and the Chariot kept moving and you got right on top of it. As soon as it came, you wasn't about to be bound to the past. Now a change is coming for you after you release this toxic energy or this toxic group or these toxic friends that was trying to hold you back. They want you to keep celebrating by not what's putting things that are important first. They wanted you to keep celebrating knowing that you in the mental prison. Yeah, they wanted to hold you back from you moving in another direction. But you caught on. You caught on and you made the necessary changes. Look at that. You caught on. You was watching. You seen what was going on. This came on top of the Moon card. You seen what was being hidden. You seen how they was moving. And you chose peace. You chose what made you happy. And you took action about it and you was bold about it. Like I said, we got 2 9 of Cups right here. They was happy about determining your fate, and you was happy about the decisions you made because you can see through the mask. They didn't know that you were going to be able to see through the mask because they thought if they take action and cause you this accident, they didn't have to apologize for the injustices that it was causing you. They thought their mask was working and that you would see them as everything being fine. But the Moon card came out. You seen what you need to see. What else? The Hermit in reverse. Yeah, they didn't know you was getting all the evidence that you was needing. You see how you show up in this 9 of Cups energy and this Hermit in reverse? They didn't know that you had all the evidence that you need. You was playing it cool. You was wearing a mask. You was wearing a mask that benefited you in a situation that they had concocted to try to keep you stuck in the mental prison. Like I said, they were trying to determine your fate. They were trying to play God in your life. They were trying to have authority over how you move in your life. But you was getting all the evidence that you needed, and they didn't even see that. They didn't even notice that. Where we at? Right. Yeah, they didn't even notice. 9 of Cups, Hermit in the reverse. And then we got the Queen of Wands. One more. Yeah, now they sad. Now they sad. You played chess and you won. Bottom of the deck. Yeah, and now they can't heal. Now they don't feel inspired anymore. Because them games that was playing, that's old school, old news. Those old games don't work no more. And now they lost somebody that they could have really had a friendship with or whatever the bond was because that person got ghosted and you eclipsed them out of your energy. See ya. Spirit, what's the outcome? Whoa, wishful thinking. Wishful thinking. Having lofty ideals to a letdown. Be realistic. Yeah. They should have been realistic, but they wanted to play games. And they let themselves down. What else? Welcoming dawns. Be open, receptive, embrace the new beginnings with an eager heart. That's you because you made the right decision. You and your 9 of Cups energy. You don't need but one more. Whatever that means to you. And what we got? Soul family. That's what's coming up. Soul family. People that align with you. People that are just as strong as you. Finding your soul family is a blessing that reaps many benefits. You are asked to reach out and explore to find your soul connection. That's you. And I put that right on the 9 of Wands. You taking action, starting up something new after injustices in your life. You know, you're in the right direction. Send out intentions to connect with your soul family and see what comes your way. All right. Okay, sounds good to me. We're going to leave it right there. I hope y'all enjoy this reading, and I'll see you on the next one.